does the word telegraphy mean? I didn't know till this morning. If you would have asked me before then, I would have said, you know, doing the telegraph thing with Morse code. That would be telegraphy, according to my understanding of the English language. Wrong, obviously. According to Wikipedia, telegraphy is the long-distance transmission of messages where the sender uses symbolic codes known to the recipient rather than a physical exchange of an object bearing the message. Thus, flag semaphore is a method of telegraphy, whereas pigeon post is not. Who knew, in case you communicate that way? And if you do, let me know if you're willing to teach me, because that would be pretty awesome. Anyway, where this came up was reading about transmission of information in a short history of technology. And it goes like this. Telegraphy in the modern sense of the term is largely a product of the French Revolution, when French forces were fighting on many fronts and speedy communication between the armies was a matter of first importance. Among the ardent supporters of the revolution was Claude Chappe, who in 1790 applied his mind to the problem of long-distance telegraphy. Although he investigated the possibilities of the electric telegraph, his final recommendation was for a series of stations equipped with semaphore arms and telescopes, and usually not distanced more than 10 miles from each other, by which messages could be relayed according to a predetermined code. In 1793, Chappe became its some French title, I can't pronounce it, with instruction to set up a line of stations between Paris and Lille. The first message announcing the recapture of Le Quesnoy was passed on August 1794. Before the end of the century, Paris had been similarly linked with Brest and Strasbourg, and by the time the Chappe system was finally abandoned in the middle of the 19th century, the network comprised some 3,000 miles. Amazing. Reports from France led the British Admiralty to establish a similar system of stations, the main difference being that movable shutters were used in the place of semaphore arms between London and Deal, and later between London and Portsmouth. Hence the telegraph hills of the Ordnance Survey maps, then just beginning. A temporary break in the fighting in 1802 led to a loss of interest in these schemes, but a line of stations between London and Plymouth was completed in 1806. At about the same time, a semaphore system was installed in the United States to connect an island off the coast of Massachusetts with Boston to convey information about shipping. As the primary demand for the telegraph was, however, for urgent military intelligence, it was not surprising that the conclusion of hostilities with France led to the Admiralty system falling into disuse, although a line from London to Portsmouth was not finally closed until the middle of the century. Ship-to-ship communication was, however, not neglected by the Admiralty. For example, by varying the combination of two revolving crosses, 400 standardized messages could quickly be passed. Working under ideal conditions, such visual systems could transmit messages surprisingly quickly. It is said that a short message could be sent from London to Deal within a minute. Look at that map on the screen. Within a minute. Amazing. Anyways, guys, all the best. Take care.